Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about what are the differences between belt drives and chain drives. In the previous lecture we are already completely discussed about the belt drives except V-belt drives. In this lecture we are going to cover remaining topics. Let's start with the first one, V-belt drives. If you find out the V-belt drives are we are already discussed, these are used to transmit the high amount of or huge amount of power between the two pulleys. Generally these are made up of fabric or quartz material. If you find out these are practically suitable for short drives. In one more thing, it is important point here, that is the included angle for V belts is between the 30 degrees to 40 degrees. This is about the important points related to V belt drive. Next we are going to discuss about what are the advantages and disadvantages over flat belt compared to V belt. Let's see first one, advantages of V belts. The V belts gives compactness due to the small distance between the centers of pulleys. If you find out here the center distance between the pulleys is very small, so that's why they are giving the compactness. And second one is the drive is positive because the slip between the belt and the pulley groove is negligible. If you find out here, we are already discussed the V belts are a positive drives. Why? Because here there is no possibility of slip compared to flat belts. That's why these are the positive drives. And third one, since the V belts are made endless and there is no joint troubles, therefore the drive is smooth. The V belts doesn't have any ends, so that's why there is no joint troubles are formed at the time of applications. And fourth one, it provides a longer life between the 3 to 5 years. Fifth one, it can be easily installed and removed. If you find out it doesn't have any additional attachment, so that's why it is easy to remove and installed. And sixth one, the operation of the belt and pulley is quiet. Why? Because the two pulleys doesn't have maximum distance, so that's why there is no noise operation is formed with the help of V belts. And seventh one, the belts have the ability to choose in the shock when machines are started. If you find out with the help of these V belts, these are have an ability to absorb the shock at the time of machinery starting condition. And eighth one, the high velocity ratio maximum 10 may be obtained. With the help of V belts we get the maximum velocity ratio. Ninth one, the wedging action of the belt in the groove gives high value of limiting ratio of tensions. Therefore, the power transmitted by V belts is more than flat belts for the same coefficient of friction, arc of contact and allowable tensile in the belts. If you find out the ninth point, the limiting value of tensions between the belt and groove is a very less, so that's why they are giving the much more efficient compared to flat belts. And finally, 10th advantage with the help of V belts, these are may be operated in either any direction with the tight side of the belt at the top or bottom condition, and as well as the center line may be horizontal or vertical or inclined. In any direction the V belts are possibility to do work. So this is about the advantages with the help of V belts. And next we are going to discuss about what are the disadvantages of V belts. The first disadvantages with the help of V belts, these are not used for large distance because of large weight per unit length. And next one, the V belts are not so durable as flat belts. Third one, the construction of pulley for V belts is more complicated than pulleys of flat belts. Fourth one, since the V belts are subjected to certain amount of creep, therefore these are not suitable for constant speed applications such as synchronous machines and as well as tightening devices. And fifth disadvantages with the help of V belts is the belt life is greatly inflected with the temperature changes, improper belt tension and mismatching of belt lengths. So this is one of the disadvantages with the help of V belts. And finally last one, the centrifugal tension prevents the use of V-belts at speed below 5 meter per second and above 50 meter per second. So these are the disadvantages with the use of V-belts compared to flat belts. And next we are going to discuss about chain drives. Chain drives, these are the positive drives. There is a no slip and those velocity ratio will remain constant. A chain drive are suitable for small center distance. It can be up to 3 meters. When we are going to discuss about the applications point of view, the chain drives are used to transmit power in bicycles, motorcycles, rolling mills, machine tools, etc. This is about the introduction of chain drives. And next we are going to see the arrangement of chain drive. If you find out this diagram, here we have two sprockets. One is the smaller sprocket and another one is the larger sprocket. The smaller sprocket is called pinion and the larger one is called gear. The two sprockets are attached with the help of chain. The chain is not only single link, it is the addition of number of links. The number of links are hinged. Due to that hinging of number of links, chains are formed. So this is about the arrangement of chains. And next we are going to discuss about what are the types of chains. Generally, in an industry point of view, we are going to discuss about majorly two types of chains. They are, first one is the roller chains. It is the most commonly used in bicycles, motorcycles and as well as the machine tools, etc. And second one is the silent chains. It is a inverted tooth chain which is used for smooth and noiseless operations at low speed. So these are the two types of major important classification or types of chains. And next we are going to discuss about what are the advantages and disadvantages of chain drives over to belt drives. The advantages of chain drives are, first one, as a no slip takes place during the chain drives, hence perfect velocity ratio is obtained. If you find out, we are already discussed chain drives are a positive drives because there is a no slip formed. That's why due to this one, these are generates positive velocity ratio. And next one, since the chains are made of metals, therefore they occupy less space in width than a belts or rope drives. We already discussed chains are designed by metallic material, so that's why these are occupy very less space compared to belt drives or rope drives. And third one, it may be used for both long and as well as the short distances. Fourth one, it gives a high transmission efficiency up to 98%. Fifth one, it gives less load on the shafts due to the utilization of chains, less load acting on the shafts. Sixth one, it has the ability to transmit motion to several shafts by one chain only. By using the one chain, it is the possibility to transmit the several shafts. And seventh one, it transmit more power than belts. When compared to belts, these are transmit the higher power. Eighth one, it permits high speed ratio of 8 to 10 in one step. With the help of single step, these are transmit the 8 to 10% of speed ratio. And finally, ninth one, it can be operated under adverse temperature and as well as the atmospheric conditions. So these are the most important advantages of chain drives compared to belt drives or rope drives. And next one, what are the disadvantages of chain drive? First one is the production cost of chains is relatively high due to here we are using the metallic parts and we are designing in a proper shape. So that's why these are required high amount of cost for the production. And second one, the chain drive need accurate monitoring and careful maintenance, particularly lubrication and slack adjustments. It is also one of the disadvantage compared to belt drives because in the belt drives we are not use any type of lubricant. And finally, third one, the chain drives has a velocity fluctuation, especially when unduly stretched. These are the major disadvantages of chain drives. If you have any queries regarding this lecture, please comment in comment box and thank you for your watching.